So now, the basic principles of these teachings, so the way, what we're trying to do here is basically transform our life. As I said earlier, that all the masters in Shang many of them, they prepared a lot, but they did not prepare by studying philosophy and reading more books. They prepared by reflecting in their life, experiencing their life, being close to the experiences of their life. That's how they're prepared. So I think in some sense that all of you are coming here, it's I know that that you have gone, you know what you're getting into, right? What? Yeah. So I, last number of years, I'm also trying to, they emphasize a lot in emphasizing the inner refuge, and especially it's very appropriate to the 3-door training program. So I truly believe that there got to be a refuge in terms of the self-transformation. It's not just a technique. It's not a kind of mechanical technique to transform human life. It's not like that. Because human is not just a mechanic thing. Human is a human. It's life. It's a living thing. There's a warmth in our heart. There's all the active elements in living in us. We think there's all the sacred energies living in us, so somehow in order to this to evolve, there's some sense of refuge is absolutely got to be there. So where you take refuge is the important point here. So this is where I want the program of the 3-door is very much to emphasize that refuge is very important, that inner refuge is very important, and what does exactly that means? It's not just the idea or vague idea, or you should take a refuge, you should take inner refuge, nothing like that. It's a very, very specific thing. And this specific thing as I have been teaching, so for example, in these prayers, we talk about the first refuge. One thing, first refuge, we talk about unbounded space. I take refuge in the body of emptiness. I take refuge in that unbounded space. I take refuge in that stillness. So that place is so powerful, so beautiful, that anybody get closer to that, in experience get closer to that, everybody feels that. Everybody feels that. Any pain get closer to that, it heals. Any conflict get closer to that, it resolves. So that is why we say that unbounded space is a refuge. So where we take refuge, it's in some sense twofold. One, it's experiencing it, being it, living in it. Of course, that is the ultimate refuge, the meaning of refuge, taking a refuge. On the other hand, in the beginning, when we are not really truly able to be in that space, because many times when we face bigger challenges in our life, it's not always easy to just completely feel that space and dissolve everything. It's not that easy. So if that is the situation, but you still face the same direction, you don't doubt a moment looking at somewhere else. Even you're not seeing it. It's like when the weather is not good, you should still look in the sky. You should still draw your attention to the sky. You still know there's a blue sky there. You still know there's a sun is shining, even though in that moment it's very stormy, cloudy, cold, windy. You trust its presence there. Just simply with that trust, that respect, that hope will protect you. That is also a form of refuge. That's what we do. We pay homage, we prostrate, we respect, we feel humble toward it. We bow toward it. The one who is bowing is willing to bow. The one who is being humble is willing to tame itself. The one who is paying prostration is willing to tame the ego, not empower the ego. Even though I'm not seeing it, I'm moving toward it. But when moving toward it, the process of moving toward it, it should not be so much a progression. It should not be so much like a conceptual oriented. It should be more direct. It should be more direct. So direct means basically idea is to be more conscious, more aware, connect more directly without so much of thinking. So that is our first refuge.